Scotty, I'm your big sister, okay? I'm 67, you're 50, and listen to me for a minute. I've got a couple of things that I think is going to help you with all of this. You said you're just so tired of trying to figure it out. Well, stop being tired of trying to figure it out and just let it be. Just allow it to fall. Allow it to just sit. Allow it to just be. You know, you can't figure things out if you're exhausted. And also, figuring things out is sometimes just a way of saying, I'm trying to control everything and it's not working. And then the other thing that you said I wanted to maybe address here is that you're hoping for an awakening. I have an idea. Stop hoping and start expecting. When we expect things to happen in our life, and we expect miracles even, and we expect good things to happen, if that's what we're looking for, that's what's going to come back, because that's the way it works. If you're all about, I'm exhausted, I can't figure things out, I just hope, then that's all you're going to get. That's the loop. You're going to get hope, exhaustion, and wishing that you could just somehow figure it out. I understand how this works. This is part of the reticular activating system in your brain. This is how it works. You know, like when you go to buy a new car or an old car or whatever, but you have an idea in your head what this car is going to be about, well, you suddenly start seeing those cars all over the highway, don't you? And it's not that they weren't there before, it's just that you've turned your brain on to look for them. So this is what I'm saying to you. Start looking for what it is that you want in your life. Collect that evidence. Expect good things. Expect an awakening. Allow things to just be and say, okay, so this is where we are now. But what about if I did this instead? Is there something else that I can do? There's a couple of phrases that I love. Is what if and can you imagine? Now, not in a catastrophizing way, but what if I allowed for this awakening in my life? What would that look like? Can you imagine what that would look like? Can you imagine how incredible that could be? These are the kind of things that when we are asking ourselves these kind of questions, when we're itching that curiosity, our brains have no choice, that reticular activating system that I'm talking about, to start scanning everywhere for that kind of evidence. I know this because I've lived it. I could tell you story after story after story, including having a New York Times best-selling book way back when. Seriously. This was something that I rehearsed in my head. This was something that I wanted to make happen, and I did. And you can too. It doesn't have to be a book on the New York Times bestseller list. It could be something just as easy as an answer that you have, that you want for your life. Or instead of trying to figure it out, allow the pieces to fall where they need to fall. Just allow. It's a funny thing. But I promise you, if you will just give yourself a little bit of a break, love yourself up a little bit more, give yourself a huge, juicy piece of grace, things are going to look a whole lot different. And you're going to feel a whole lot better. All right? I hope that helped.